Okay, well, this is going to be my little cartoon on the Prophet Muhammad. Don't expect anything good. It's better than a stick man, but only just, really. Let me just give you the background to the specific cartoon. I don't want to build it up too much because it's shit, okay? But at one point, Muhammad had 4 wives, which was okay. That was allowed then. It seemed odd today. It seemed even more odd than one of his wives was, I think, 6 or 7 years old when he married her and 9 when he fucked her. That really wouldn't work out today. But these were different times with different values, you know. As long as nobody's going to start saying that this guy's the perfect example for all time, that would be a little bit sick, wouldn't it? Given some of these facts. But let's not impose our culture on 1400 years ago, you know. It's a different time, so different things applied. But he had 4 wives, and he wanted to have a 5th wife. Well, what a scandal that would be to have a 5th wife. You're only allowed to have 4 wives. I mean, you know, let's have some common sense and standards going on here. So he wanted this fish wife. Maybe he wanted a fish wife, but he lives in the fucking desert, so that wouldn't be particularly useful. No, he wanted a 5th wife, and the big problem was that this woman Zainab was his adopted son's wife, and so adopted sons were, I believe, were kind of regarded the same as a biological relation, so were their wives. So it was almost like he was marrying his kind of sister or something in terms of their society, but he wanted to marry her. There is some story that's disputed by most modern Muslims, that he kind of went to see his adopted son at some time, and he was away and she was there dressed in this chemise looking very, very sexy, and caught the Prophet's eye. Now this is disputed by most modern Muslims, because as if something, you know, they believe in a flying horse, but they won't accept that this happened. So I'm prepared to accept it doesn't happen, but for the benefit of this cartoon, she's dressed a little bit slinkily, okay? So he wants her. Now, one of the great things about Muhammad is that he's a bit more fleshed out. He's not all goody-goody like Jesus. He is a bit more warts and all. And one of the great things, because I'm a little bit cynical, is that he gets his revelations from God via the angel Gabriel. But time after time, God always seems to tell him, kind of, you need to do this thing, Muhammad, but it's always kind of what he really wanted to do anyway. So I'm a little bit cynical about that. I think he was kind of onto something here. You know, he wanted to do something. Everybody, whoa, you can't. And then he'd wake up the next morning. Well, bugger me, would you believe it? I've just spoken to Allah, and it seems that he's telling me to do it now. So what can you do? So this is the cartoon. Let me show you the cartoon. Let me pull that over there so I can see what I'm showing you. This is the cartoon. So this is that's a turban on his head, by the way. I know it's shit, isn't it? The thumb I actually had to stick a bit of paper. The first attempt at the thumbs up thing was so poor I had to read it. The sheet's on the next catalogue, by the way. It's kind of like a chemise, I think. Well, I mean, what can you do? This is the cartoon. Then, you know, God's told me I've got to marry her. So there you. And notice the hand is not on the tit. So, you know, I'm not disgracing the Prophet in that kind of a way. I do expect to receive death threats on the back of this, but probably mainly from art connoisseurs rather than Muslims. I mean, because really that is a disservice to the world of art. Oh, okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed the cartoon. Thank you for watching this video.